All right, Shalom. Call Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rekah, Kodash, double honor sponsor of Great Millstone Root Taste Well. Peace out, taste to all your Akim, four corners of the earth. I'm Yaquah from YSO. Yahushai Sanctified Ones coming to you today with a quick video. As you can see what the video title is, you know, this is World War. This is World War. Okay? U.S. hits Iran and Dark Hoven, however you say it. I'm not, sure how to say that name properly, but you know, this is to let you know this is what's coming. Okay, so this is definitely a world war, right? You can't. There's no other way, if ands or buts about it, right? We Slock it. You hear a lot of noises, people walking and walking back and forth, whatever. But yeah, this is World War. Okay, so I'm gonna read the scripture right quick. This is Revelation 8, and this is Revelation 8 and 7. The first angel sounded his trumpet, and there was a storm of hell and fire mixed with blood, and it was hurled to the earth, and a third of the earth was burned up, and a third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass was burned up. And that's coming with this nuclear flyer, man. This shit's coming. Okay? The second angel sounded his trumpet, and something like a great mountain, blazing with fire, was hurled into the sea, and a third of the sea was turned to blood, and a third of the living creatures that were in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. And you look up now, right now, you have ships getting destroyed. Iran has been blowing up countless ships out in the water, and it's been really devastating. You know, to what people has had to endure. You see, the difference is what it is. You don't feel it because you're here in Babylon, and being here, you don't feel exactly what's happening in those countries where the war is. Like when you speak of like Russia or like Ukraine, right? You don't know what it's like to have multiple bombs dropping and you gotta hide in a bunker. You don't know what it's like to be in Iran and in the land of Israel and where the Israelis has taken over. You don't know what it's like to hear them bombs coming and dropping and banging and busting everywhere and jumping in the walls. Like when you go to Joel, the second chapter, talk about how the missiles is coming and scurrying up the walls. Okay, you don't know what that feels like, and you Americans, you so-called Americans, you Black, Latino, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, you Edomites, you heathen nations that's here. You don't know because this is comfortable here. This is where the war has yet to touch, and it's coming. You got to read the signs. That's why the Lord says, see, can you surely read the signs of the heaven, but you can't tell the signs of the times? So you got to know where the fuck it's coming. But everybody's so blinded, everybody's so laxed and having a good time and partying, and everything is all good, and until it's not all good, right? Everything is cool until that countdown starts. Everything is cool till you got 20 minutes, 30 minutes to try to find a bunker, a shelter. Everything is good until it's not good. Okay? Everything is gravy until the gravy ain't there no more. Right? Verse 10. The third angel sounded his trumpet, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch, flashing across the sky, and it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of the fresh waters. Okay, so let me go into this video.
Stapu 7, and it looks like the war with Iran has hit another level. the U.S. has hit the Darkovian nuclear power plant. You can see the shots where they landed on the right. Those places
It's
targeted
famous.
amongst a plethora of other targets. They continue to pound Iran day after day, and this comes after Trump says they have no more missiles, they have no more navy, they have no more anything. But yet they can turn around and return fire. And return fire they have done. They have hit areas in Kuwait, Bahrain. All of our allies are taking shots big time. And Kuwait got pounded. We've also got hit in Jordan, and we've got troop deaths stacking up now. People on the home front not happy about this. They're saying that this is never going to end. We told you this months ago. Now, in this escalation, you have 2 Greek-owned tankers hit. The war keeps widening as the U.S. airstrikes are raining down at this very moment. Casualties on the rise on both sides, and you have some ceasefire efforts out there by mediators that are proposing a 10-day ceasefire, but there ain't nothing happening here. Every time the U.S. says they're in talks, the Iranians come out and say there are none and that Trump is full of it. They are vowing to draw this thing out. The Houthis have escalated. They announced a maritime embargo on Saudi shipping. This is world war. When people are going to realize this, I don't know, but for all the sheep out there, they probably won't get it until the nuke drops, and that's the end.
That's it.
So, join me for the live stream
That's
so
it.
I've
He
got
said
more
they
time
probably
to talk
won't
about
get
this
it.
creator.
They probably won't get it till the nuke drops. Okay, and that's true because that's how people are. People not paying attention to what's going on. Because like where I currently live right now, people are fucking in pools and playing and enjoying their life, and I'm here. I can go enjoy those things, right? But for what? What's this shit is about to end, man. This shit's coming to an end. Esau's kingdom is dying. Okay, the Lord said, happy is the man the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and it's a pleasure, man, to know that this thing is finally starting to come to an end. That all this is going on, and there's no sight of stopping. There's no stopping in sight. Like he said, yeah, they could. He said, yeah, they could stop. Yeah, there was a so-called, they're trying to do a ceasefire, but shit, they can't. America saying, Trump saying, oh yeah, we're going to, and Iran's like, man, they full of shit. If you believe that, you a fool. Boom, boom, boom. They dropping bombs on each other. They're going back and forth. So this is like you said, this is a world's war. Okay, we have hit into a world's war. All right. So I'm gonna play this other video real quick. Got another video here I want to play. It's a lock you for this fuck ass commercial.
If the world's wealthiest and best connected people out there knew that a catastrophe was about to hit, their movement, especially on private jets, might reveal something's going down before officials officially tell the public. So that theory has inspired a programmer to build an online apocalypse warning system. This monitors more than 31,000 private and business aircraft, and it looks for signs of unusual exodus.
So just call them.
It counts how many flights, which jets are airborne compared to the figures of historical patterns, and it looks for surges that could suggest that something's going down. Now, the programmer here, Kyle McDonald, created the system after questioning just that, whether the movement of the rich could expose that a danger is amongst us when the officials haven't said anything. So this website assigns a global private jet activity and emergency level number between 1 and 5. The highest level triggers when there's a number of aircraft that break through these barriers. They got a couple, triggers here to make sure that it doesn't constantly set off with false alarms. And I'm sure that he can go in and look at Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and their specific aircraft and have them punched in Mark Zuckerberg. And if you see all of those start to lift off at the same time, going in a certain direction, like he says, it could signal something's going down. He stresses that this cannot really predict an apocalypse, but it may be the only kind of warning that we get. You gotta look for the signs, so to speak. And this would be one of them. So, watching the movement, definitely key. We've got plane spotters out there, and we've had Elon Musk get pissed off and kick people off of X that were tracking him, kind of doing the same thing. But when it's public info out there, it's public info. And with this guy collecting the data, it will be interesting to see if anything pops off on the website before something big in real time. You can sign up to get alerts, and I'll leave a link below. And join me for the live stream.
So yeah, so as you see, you know, these billionaires are getting ready. Like you said, they even trying to track the billionaires now. They trying to track and see where they are, you know, what they're doing, where they're going, because they have a flight path, you know, that you can, no, they got a flight path that you can see. And so I downloaded it because, you know, I mean, is the internet gonna be working at the time? Who knows? But, you know, that's a big telltale sign when, you know, when the shit hits the fan here in Babylon. Like this is when you know it's time to get going, man. You gotta, well, if you can get going, if you got somewhere to go, if you know where to go, you don't get caught, you know, at the very last second. But, you know, the majority of people still gonna be like in the days of Noah, eating and drinking and, you know, partying and swimming and having a good ass time and, you know, picnicking and barbecuing and, you know, party clubbing and, you know, all doing all the, you know, debaucherous shit that they like to do. You know, men fucking men, women fucking women, women fucking transvestites, I mean, you know, doing all this old wicked shit that they do, and that they gonna miss it. You know, they gonna still be sleeping and not see what's actually coming to them. All right, so I'm about to play one more video. Shalaki. I mean, it's a lot of shit, as you can see. You know, as I'm going down this list, it's a lot of shit going on. Okay, hold on, I had another video I wanted to play. This nigga right here, he's a fool, trying to talk about Esau, you know. But there's another video. Hold on, what is this garbage? This is just stuff I'm trying to get past. There was another video. Damn, I don't know who had that video. There's another video, Salakia. There was another video. Where's that video at? It's as you can see, Kiev hit by Russian ballistic missiles. Okay, everywhere you go, you know, there's just nothing but this disaster, you know. Oh, and Yemen is blockading. Also, Yemen has joined the fight with Iran, also blockading America. So they had some ships got blocked in by Yemen. So, you know, this shit is like, you know, excuse my feed, man. I get all this bullshit on this feed because, you know, this is just what it is. And damn, Shalaki. I had all this wicked shit. Anyway, but I had a video. Let me see. Let me check my history. It might not even have been on here. I might have been on. I might have been on something else. Oh wait, is that it? Hold on, Slakia. That might be it right there. There's all this destruction, man. You know, alert oil tankers burn, Moscow literally on fire. No, that's too old. I think it's this one here. Salakia. Just bear with me. I think it's this one here.
For the first time, I was going to talk to the prettiest and most powerful girl in the school.
Dumbass.
What could possibly...
I think it might be this one here. Let's see. Oh yeah, because on Iranians talking about doing a blockade. Yeah, look at this shit. They blowing up them bases over there like crazy. Iran is blowing up bases like nuts. I want to show this. Yup, ships. Yeah, all them bases getting blown up. Salakia. Trying to get to. I might have skipped it. Hold on. Might be in here somewhere. Oh, yep. I'll just play it from here. But it was a different video that I had though. So
Look at how much Iran is destroying with the American bases. The United States tried to prevent access to satellite images. They were blurring them. But more high quality footage is coming out now. They, of course, don't want you to see the level of destruction. That is the real level of destruction. This is what's happening. Look at this video as well over here. You can see the scale of damage that was in Jordan's Muwaffaq Salti.
that was in Jordan.
These are 30 meter wide, by the way. One missile did this. Look at the scale of damage, and these are MQ-9 drones parked here. Look at one missile does. Completely wiped off, plus the things around it would be significantly damaged. That is not in favor of the United States. That is not in favor of Donald Trump. And that is not an Iran that has reduced capabilities. That is an Iran that has increased capabilities, that is using hypersonic precision ballistic missiles against U.S. assets that are causing absolute obliteration of the American bases in the region.
Look at that light in
That's
the sky.
what we're seeing.
That lamp.
If he thinks Iran is going to take a step back or
artillery
do anything to allow the United States to continue with this, that's simply not going to happen.
Look like Iran is out of missiles to me.
Iran is on.
You know. So hey, look. So let me go back to the scriptures. So the third angel sounded his trumpet, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch. And that looked like a torch, burning like a torch, flashing across the sky. And it fell on the third of the rivers and on the springs of the fresh waters. Okay? So you got to get ready for what's about to come. You know, this shit ain't no joke. You know, we are in the world's war. This is the third world's war. And, you know, we're in it, you know, and nobody else really understands and know where we at. But, you know, the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, they understand and know where we are. We keep our, like my boy Dabu 7 say, keep your eyes to the skies. Keep your head up. I remember there was a movie called, the movie was called Don't Look Up. And they didn't want people to look up because if you look up, you really see what's the disasters, you know, that's going on in the world. Keep your eye fixated on the things of life. You know, keep your eye fixated on the things that you have going on in your life. Do not put your eyes on what's really happening. You know, keep your eyes fixated on your money. Keep your eyes fixated, you know, on your whatever you're going through, your hell. You know, don't give the Lord no praise. Don't look up. Don't see what the truth is really coming. Because when you look up, you're going to be able to see what's, you know, about to drop down on your fucking head. And there was a video, I wanted to show the video of the military bases getting blown up. I'm going to go back and find it, and then I'm going to probably just come do another video just right quick just to show that part. But, hey, look, man, be ready for what's coming. You know, stay prayed up, pray without ceasing, you know, and know that the Lord is returning and Babylon is falling. So with that said, I'm Yaquan from YSO, Yahushua Sanctified Ones, Shalom, and a Baba Ball.